Welcome back, guys. Yesterday Dad cut down this rye here, and we're baling it up, and he's been at this for a couple hours now, and I think him and my uncle are gonna go start wrapping what he's got baled up, and I'm gonna take over. So as soon as he stops here, I'm gonna hop in and continue on baling. Well guys, how about I take you through the process of making a bale. So I just turned on the PTO. That's that round shaft that's spinning really fast down there. There's a bunch of little tines on the baler underneath that's, think of it like a power rake almost. It rakes up all the hay. So it goes up into the baler, makes the bale. So I got that going. So that's the first thing you need to do. Then you can kind of see the rows in front of me. I'm just going to drive over those. And this is the monitor. A lot of farms have higher technology than we do, but this is what you kind of watch, and you can see the two black lines. That kind of tells you if one side of the bale is getting more uneven than the other side, and it will just go back and forth the whole time. So you gotta kind of try to go back and forth with the baler to try to keep it as even as possible. Now we're making 20 or 48 inch bales, so that number that just came up that's at 20-30 right now, it'll go up to 48, and at 48 I gotta stop this, because as soon as it hits 48, the baler will automatically start wrapping the twine around the bale. So that's the next thing that we're waiting for, is for that number to get up to 48. Now once it gets close here, you're going to hear a beep, and there's the beep. That's kind of like a warning that you're getting close. So I've got to kind of try to anticipate this here. You can see we're coming up close to 48, so I'm gonna slow down a bit here. We're at the end of the field, and there we go. We just hit 48, so it's telling me we're ready. And you'll see those little white wheels on the back, they're spinning. That's wrapping the bale, and I'm just gonna back up here, because we always back up so that you can let the bale out and then pull ahead. So there, I'm done wrapping. I pull back on this lever, and that's gonna open the tailgate. So you can see up there, the tailgate's lifting. Now some balers have like an automatic thing that throws the bale out. Ours doesn't, so I'm gonna pull ahead so that I don't lower the tailgate onto the bale. So I pull ahead, and then I push this lever back down again, and then that's going to close the tailgate for me. And then when it's closed, the monitor tells me I'm good to go again. So there's the whole process of making one bale. So when you've got a bunch of cows, sometimes you got to be kind of creative with how to keep them fed through the winter and whatnot. So that's one of the things this rye is for, is that we were able to get it, or Dad was able to get it in last fall, so it's up really early this year, a bit quicker than even the hay fields that we have. So that allows us to get this cut, baled up right now, and then we can still disc this field up as soon as we're done baling here. And then I think we're gonna plant it into sorghum, and then we'll be able to bale that, cut it and bale that up later in the year. And it also doesn't interrupt so much with the hay in that, because we're able to do it kind of on a different time frame. Just wait for my little indicator. I can wait here to see when it's done, and I can also look at my twine wheels, so that kind of gives me two ideas see that's done, and that told me it's done at the same time. So I'll lift up my tailgate. You don't need to lift it all the way up, but for me personally, I just like to see that it's all the way up so that I know there's no chance I'm gonna hit a bale. I am still a rookie, so I like to do everything as safe as possible. And now I will let the tailgate back down. And again, there's two things. You can see the green lever going up on the yellow that tells me it's ready. And on the monitor, this little baler that's closed tells me that it's all closed up and I'm ready to go again. So now I know I'm clear to keep driving. I've got well, Dad started baling, but we've got quite a few done over there, but the vast majority of the field still needs to be done. So at some point I think they're gonna let me get a bit of a head start because it's a lot quicker wrapping than baling. But I think they're gonna, my dad and uncle are coming back to this field and they're gonna start wrapping back here, so hopefully I'll get a chance to show you that. They like to get it wrapped, like it doesn't have to be like that second, but you know, relatively soon after you get it baled, it's good to get it wrapped up, because it'll go bad if you leave it out. It's wet, it's not like dry hay. We bale this wet, so you got to get it wrapped to keep all the oxygen out of it from going all moldy and whatnot. So that's kind of the difference between wet and dry hay. Is the dry stuff you can just leave as is, where the wet stuff you got to get the plastic wrap around it to keep the air out, to keep it from going moldy and stuff like that. Well, Dad and my uncle are back now and they're starting to collect the bales of hay. I don't know how well you can see on camera, but they're piling them on the hay wagon there, and then they're gonna take them over and start wrapping. I'd say I've got most of the field done now. Not like by a lot. I'm a little over halfway probably, but starting to get a good number of bales out there, and still got this part to go. I'm done baling for the day. It's we got a lot of bales to wrap, and I'm not sure if we're gonna get it done before dark or not, so I figured I'd give them a hand wrapping. So my uncle's loading the bales onto the wrapper that's hitched up to my dad's tractor, so I figured what I could do is take this wagon back to the further parts of the field and collect those bales and then bring them all over here, so it's a lot easier for them. So once I get back here, I'll hop out and show you how a bale gets wrapped. And there's what they got done so far. I think I counted 32 or something like that, and I think we have 90 in total to do today. My uncle, he's unloading the wagon for me. Well, Dad puts the new thing of wrap on here, so once he gets that on, they'll be able to continue on, and my wagon will basically be empty, and then I can go back to the far part of the field and get another load for them. Here's how we wrap the bales. That's the last one on the wagon, so I'm pretty sure my uncle will just bring this one right over to the wrapper. The clutch in this tractor isn't the greatest, and you have to put the bale right in between those two black looking cones right there, and then once it's on there, then Dad can do his part and wrap it up. The first one's a little different. You have to tie the plastic onto it like that, but then after that you just set each bale on top of it. Now from now on, you just set the new bale right on top of the plastic and you keep wrapping, and then as you go ahead, it'll just break itself off. As for me, I'm back to the wagon and go collect some more bales for them. Well, we're getting there. This is what my job is right now. I'm picking up all the bales off the far end of the field and taking them up to them. Of course, I can't keep up to them, but I think it's helping. This is the part I was talking about that's kind of a little bit trickier to do with the camera in the hand. It is possible, but it takes a lot longer. I think there's just one more up there, so after I get that one, that'll be all the like really far ones. we only got 4 bales left. We're almost done. Might have to jockey some equipment back up to the front, but other than that, that's going to be everything for me today. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.